All right, well, today we're going to look at powers and exponents. We're going to be looking at how to write using powers. We're going to look at finding the value of a power, and we're going to dive into perfect squares a little bit. So let's go ahead and begin with the first part here. The directions say to write the product as a power. And so with this, all we're going to be doing is we're going to write this using an exponent. So I have 9 times 9 times 9. So I want to be able to use a power to represent this problem. So I first have to identify what is the base. The base is the number that's being multiplied, which in this case is 9. And then I have to determine the power. That's the little number that goes above it. And that tells me how many times I'm multiplying the base by itself. I'm multiplying the base 3 times, so it's a little 3 here. And so I would write 9 times 9 times 9 as 9 to the third power. In my next problem, I have 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So again, my base is that 5, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it's 5 to the fifth power. And that is how I'd write this product as a power. Now, for the next section, we have down the directions stating find the value of the power. So in this case, we're given an exponent, in 3 to the fourth power. And so I understand that that means the same thing as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. I want to find the value of the power, so what I need to do is I need to evaluate it. I need to find out the worth of it. I need to solve it. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. So 81 is the value of the power. For number 4, I have 5 to the third power. That means I'm going to write 5 3 times. I'm going to multiply it. I have 5 times 5 is 25 times 5. So if I have 5 quarters, I have 125. And that is the value of that power. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next section here. So for this part, we are told to use a calculator to find the value of the power. Now, there are several ways of doing this. I'm going to show you both ways. So the most easy way, well, I won't say the easiest way. The easiest way to remember how to do this is just to realize in my calculator, I'm going to be typing 4 times 4. I'm going to do this 7 times. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do that 7 times. So I can multiply my calculator 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. And when I do that, I get 16,384. Now, I said that's the easiest way to remember how to do it. However, there is an even easier way to do this. In your calculator, you're going to click these buttons. The first button you're going to do is you're going to click 4. So I click the 4 button. And then you're going to look for a button that looks like this. And you're going to click that. And then I'm going to click the button that says 7. And then I'm going to hit enter. Or equal, whatever your calculator does. And when I do that, I get the exact same answer of 16,384. Now, what I did in the green is the quicker way, as long as you remember. But that little upside down arrow, that just means power. So it means 4 to the power of, and then you put in whatever number you need to do. Okay? So that's how you would do the value of a power. Now for our last section here, the directions say state or determine whether the number is a perfect square. Well, let's look at what perfect squares are. Perfect squares would be if I have 1 squared, that's 1. 2 squared, that's 4. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. 6 squared is 36. And then I'm going to go all the way, I'll work my way up. I guess I got to do a couple more here for you. You could have 7 squared is 49, 8 squared is 64, 9 squared is 81, 10 squared is 100, 11 squared is 121, 12 squared is 144. So if you memorize them, much easier. Just think 1 squared, 2 squared, and you can do them in your head. You don't have to write them down. But when you look at 47, you'll just think, is there a number I can multiply by itself to give me 47? And so I know that 7 times 7 is 49, which is too high. 6 times 6 is 36, which is too low. So this would be a no. Now 121, that's 11 times 11, so that is a yes. And that's all you have to do for this. This is pretty much it for the powers and exponents. Good luck with this, and we'll talk to you soon. And make sure to continue to like, subscribe, and click that little yellow bell so you can see what we're doing in future videos. Okay, thank you very much.